One of the commonly asked questions is, how do you resolve conflicts in Git? You can resolve conflicts manually, and you also can resolve conflicts using tools like diffmerge. If your conflict is very simple, we can do it manually. Sometimes we might have a lot of conflicts where we need help of some advanced tools like diffmerge. So this video, let's see how to install diffmerge, how to configure diffmerge, and let's take an example of a conflicts and see how to resolve those conflicts using diffmerge. Let's Google for diffmerge and see the details. So click download. So based on your operating system, choose one of these options and download it. For Windows, use these two options. In case of 64-bit, go with 64. In case of 32, go with 32. So this option is for Mac OS. So better go with installer in case of Mac OS because it automatically adds this tool to the path. I'm not showing the process of downloading because I already downloaded this one and configured, but it's very simple. Once you get the installer, double click and just follow simple steps. Get this tool installed on your laptops. After installation, we have to integrate this tool with Git. So for that, let's check documentation from diffmerge itself. We have to add few configurations to our Git in order to use this tool for managing conflicts. Let's go and check documentation. Expand this link, integrate with third-party software. So we want to integrate with Git. So based on your OS, choose that option here. In my case, I'm using a Mac OS. I'm going with settings for OS X. We have to pick these commands and execute those commands from the Git terminal, from the Git bash. Directly copy pasting can cause few new line issues. Better take this and put it in a notepad. Make sure it doesn't have any additional special characters and run that. We have a couple of options. One is we are configuring this tool for diff, and one more is we are configuring this tool for merge. We can use this tool for two things. Let's say you want to see the versions, you want to see differences between two commits or differences between two different versions of a file. Still we can use this tool for checking differences, but in this video our main focus is on merging conflicts. So let's focus on this part. So copy these commands one by one and execute them in Git terminal. This is my Git terminal. Let's execute that. Let's execute this. We are using global. In sense, I want this configurations to be available globally on this machine. If I ignore this option, it's going to configure this only for my current repository, but typically I need this configuration for all the projects I'm working on this machine. Next, this command. See, this has multi-line, so better copy paste this one to notepad, align it properly, and then run it on your Git terminal. So it contains new line characters, so carefully remove those new line characters. So copy the command, run here. Alright, now let me illustrate a conflict situation, and let's see how to use this diffmerge tool to resolve those conflicts. I currently navigated to my Git repository, one of the Git repository. You guys take any Git repository for this demo. Right now I have only one branch on this repository. Let me show that. Yeah, To simulate the conflicts, let me create one more branch, and let's introduce conflicts by updating both the branches, and let's try to merge and get the conflict situation to resolve those conflicts. I'm creating a branch test. So let's check out this branch. Let's update any file in this. I'm adding some dummy text. Hello, this is added in test. After that, stage the file and commit it. Okay, alright. Let's try to make one more commit in the master. Let's update same file and same line. For that, first let's check out master. See that of course it is empty. The commits we did in test doesn't reflect here until we merge. To simulate the issue, we are updating same file, same line in two different branches. You can think of multiple developers working on same file and same line. When these guys create pull requests and when these guys merge, it ends up with a conflict. Let's stage this file and commit it. Okay, got it. Now let's merge changes in test into master. We're running this merge command and we're telling take changes from test and merge those changes with current branch. At present, our current branch is master. Fine. See, we ended up with conflict here. So it created a conflict. One way of resolving conflict is manually just open the files which are in conflict and manually resolve them. That is one way of doing it. But the intention of this video is how to use tool like diffmerge. So one option, open that. We call these markers as conflict markers. So remove those conflict markers and put your code in some order. Let's say you want this one in first line and put it in first line, and let's say this one in second line and put it in second line. Sometimes when you have more conflicts, this manual approach may not work out. This manual approach may not be so simple. That's why we use the tools. In order to open these conflicts in diff merge, try git merge tool. See that it opens your file, otherwise all files which has conflicts in this tool. So it has three different editors here. So one pointing to changes in master, other one pointing to the changes we did in test. Use this middle pane to merge these changes. Let's say I want both. So right click on this, otherwise select this one. Using these arrow marks, move them. See that I'm moving the change from left one to right. So likewise, let's say I want to add the changes done in test branch also. Select that and move it. But see, it's overriding. So what we can do is, let's say you want both. So pick up the first one. Let's say you want this change after this particular change. Right click on this. We have options saying prepend. If you want this line in the first, use prepend. If you want this line after your first line, use append, like this. So this is how you can go through each and every conflict Resolve them. Once it is resolved, save and close. So save this file and close it. Let's check the file 1.sh now. See that it doesn't have any conflict markers. It is merged now. It is important to notice this one. It created one more file saying dot original, but right, typically we don't need this original file once it is merged. So one option would be, once your conflicts are resolved, delete this file manually. And other option would be, when you guys configure this merge tool, tell remove these original files automatically. Let me show how to do that, how to configure that. Let's go and check git merge tool settings from their documentation. If you go through this, they talk about temporary files, which is .org. So we need to set this one, keep backup to false, in order to take out original files, original files automatically. Run this following command. It's going to keep your backups false, in sense the backup files are automatically removed once your conflicts are resolved. All configurations you did right now, right, they are all stored on a file on your laptop. Let me show that file for you. Under your user home directory, there's a config file. Open this file and check those details. This is the one. Keep backup is false. Every time you open merge tool, it prompts. To suppress that prompt, we made prompt equals to false. So okay, so this is how we resolve conflicts in Git.